Hey guys, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online, and I'm going to make a really informative video. I'm going to go over 5 food businesses that would definitely need to have insurance. This has actually been a question that I get quite often, and it comes from a lot of home-based food businesses that get started, and they always want to know, do I have to have insurance? If I do, how do I get it? What type of insurance is that, et cetera, et cetera. So I get that quite frequently, so I wanted to do a video, and I'm going to give you 5 examples of food businesses that definitely need to have food insurance. Now, this isn't going to be limited to just these 5. I would definitely recommend that you look into whatever type of food business you are going to operate to find out about what would be the best type of food insurance. And I'm going to give you a link down below in the description to a website called the Flip Program. Flipprogram.com is actually the website. And they have a ton of different types of insurances. And I'm going to go over really quick 5 of them. And I'm going to give you examples of scenarios that could go down, that could actually happen, that could end up costing you quite a bit if you don't have food business insurance. So let's jump right into it. These are not going to be in any particular order. I'm going to give you 5 examples, and they're going to be kind of a wide spectrum of businesses. But definitely a food business insurance is something you need to have. So let's do number 5. I'm gonna cover is going to be beverage carts. Now, this may be something that a lot of people may actually not be interested in, or you may think about doing this as a side business. It is a great business, if you want to call it kind of a side hustle. Beverage carts are easy to actually bring to almost any type of event. Even farmers markets are easy to set up. You can go to sporting events and pretty much anywhere where there's a gathering of people, race car, NASCAR, any of those types of places, you can set up a beverage cart, and they can be quite lucrative because in many cases you could be charging anywhere from a couple of dollars or up for a single beverage when it's costing you pennies to make the product. So definitely something to think about. And why would you need insurance for that type of cart? Well, here's the thing. As an example, you serve a hot coffee and the customer opens the lid and spills it on themselves and they get burnt. Well, guess who's going to be liable for that? That's pretty much going to fall on you because it's actually happened before. It's happened before, not with the food beverage cart, but with a very large franchise company. I won't mention any names, but where someone actually got burnt with coffee, and it's kind of like you would think to yourself, this is kind of odd. How would somebody actually end up suing somebody for spilling coffee on themselves? Well, it does happen, and it's something that you definitely should think of. Even if it's not that, if it's a smoothie or if it's something cold and someone gets an allergic reaction to something, that potentially could be a liability for you. So getting that type of policy for a beverage cart or any cart that serves beverages of some kind at different events is definitely something you want to think of. Okay, guys, so the second one coming up is going to be cottage food business. Now, I do a lot of videos talking about the different states' cottage food laws. And of course, if you're not familiar with that, a cottage food business is a food business based out of your home. Traditionally, it's allowed to produce products that are non-potentially hazardous, which would be items that are not time or temperature sensitive, like baked goods or cookies or trail mixes, things that don't have a sensitivity to time or any type of temperature situation, and that would have to be sold directly to a customer. I get quite a few inquiries about where can I get insurance. I've done probably about 2 or 3 videos in my channel in regards to insurance that can be written for home-based food businesses. So definitely look into that. If you're starting a food business from home, cottage food insurance is definitely something you need to look into. And again, it just goes back to the idea that if someone were to get sick or have some type of a reaction or allergic reaction to something you're making, or get hurt or potentially get hurt consuming a food product that you've made, you definitely don't want to have that be something that you could lose your business, you could lose your personal stuff if you're not covered properly. So having that type of insurance policy is definitely something you need to have in place. And keep in mind, when you're starting out, these policies are actually not very expensive. And traditionally, they're actually sold by the year. So you purchase them annually, and you're covered for the entire year, and then simply renew it 1 year at a time. So if you're starting a business from home, cottage food law, you definitely want to be operating. If you're operating from your home, you definitely want to have that type of insurance. All right, guys. So the next one up, number 3, is going to be a food truck. I have done about, I think, 4 or 5 videos about food trucks in regards to starting them and how to operate them. I have quite a few friends who operate food trucks, and they are literally rolling restaurants. Okay, so any type of food operation that you've got, even if it's on wheels and you're transporting it all around town, you need to make sure you're covered. And again, it comes back to just the simple liability factor. I had a handful of emails when I first did the first video I did about food trucks, asking about that type of insurance because they really weren't sure if they needed it. But whether or not the state requires it, in some states they may or may not, you need to definitely just inquire and have it on your own. You want to separate your business from your personal liabilities, and having a food truck policy that will cover your business will definitely do that and make sure that you're not going to get into any hot water or any situations where your personal liability crosses over into your business. So if you're looking to start a food truck, it can be a daunting task, but once it's up and running, it is a hugely profitable type of food business. And you definitely want to protect yourself and get a policy that is specifically written for your food truck operation. All right, guys, so the next one up, number 4, is going to be the food festival insurance. Food festivals, as you, of course, may or may not know, if you attend a lot of specifically food festivals, this is not farmers markets, these are not music festivals where you've got a lot of art or music going on. These are specifically those that may have even a food truck or a portable food cart that they're bringing to these festivals. You want to make sure you have coverage for that. I get a couple of questions when I first started my channel about a gentleman that actually was looking to start attending food festivals specifically so he could sample out his food and sell it. And he was asking me about the idea of getting insurance, and he wasn't sure if he really needed it, if he was just going to incorporate a business. And I mentioned to them that you do. I mean, I would highly recommend it. And again, it's a coverage issue that you want to separate your personal liability from your business liability. But having that type of food business insurance will protect you, even if you're traveling around from state to state and you're opening up some type of concession, and it's a transit type of thing, a transient thing where you're actually traveling a lot and you're not in a restaurant setting. You definitely want to have that type of food insurance. And again, not to sound redundant, but it's going to be an issue of if someone gets ill by eating something or if they get sick, you want to have your insurance take care of those expenses and not your personal. Okay, guys, so last but definitely not least, if you are a food manufacturer, there's majority of the subscribers on my YouTube channel here are those that are actually producing their own food products. So if you're going to get into a commercial setting and you want to take it up a notch, and you're not going to be doing this from home, but you're going into a commercial warehouse or a large facility that would be considered a manufacturer, and you're going to be producing food in either bulk or in large quantities, you would definitely need to have an insurance policy written for your specific type of food business. When it comes to manufacturing, there's a lot of factors that come into play when creating a finalized product. It's not like a cottage food business, definitely is not, because what happens is you have multitudes of employees. There's a lot of hands that are coming into play when you're touching the food product, packaging, labeling, and then even boxing and shipping, the logistics. So there's a huge process that's involved when you want to get into food manufacturing, which is a totally different ball game compared to operating a single individual or just a husband and wife that's working from home and you're producing some baked goods and selling them locally. Definitely, but it steps up to another level when you get into manufacturing your product. And if you're not having a co-packer produce it for you and you're taking that upon yourself, you definitely need to have insurance. So these 5, again, are 5 of just a sample of many, many types of food businesses where you can get policies written specifically for your food business. And you want to make sure that you've got the right coverage, because every type of food business lends itself to a very unique way of preparing its food. It's kind of like one size fits all is not how it works when it comes to getting the right type of insurance. So as I mentioned before, what I'll do, you can read much more about these types of policies and how they work, and even some price points. I'll give you that link down in the description there for the Flip program. I highly recommend you touch base with them. I would say, honestly, you may want to speak with somebody, because if your business has certain criteria or has a certain type of process, you want to make sure that you run that by them so they can get you set up correctly with the right policy that you need. So I will wrap it up, and I do hope this was informative. And as always, you guys definitely give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to our channel, definitely subscribe to our channel. We've got hundreds of videos to show you how to create a food product or create a food business. And if you don't know much about myself, I've been in the food business now, running my own business for a little bit over 10 years. It's been about 11 to 12 years now. And I've got quite a bit of experience, and I always offer that through my YouTube channel. So take care, guys. And as always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen, and have a great day.